I was born in 1927, therefore I was 12 when the war broke out in France. My father knew what was coming because they had escaped from Poland already because of Jewish persecution. And in July 1942, they started arresting Jews, and we were lucky that the night before we were supposed to be a roundup of Jews in our city, a French policeman, a detective who knew us, came to my mother and said, "Do not sleep home tonight, otherwise, because they're gathering people during the night." So we did not, and spent the night at some employees that we had who were very faithful and devoted employees for many years. And we escaped being arrested that famous night where they were supposed to arrest us. Then my mother decided it's time to go south where our cousin, nobody was allowed to have any legal passes. And I walked across, risking our life because I was only not even 15 at the time. I remember I carried a small suitcase or a small bag, I don't remember, and walked across this barbed wire fence where on the other side of it said, "If you cross this, you will be shot on sight." But we ran as far as we could, and I escaped with some other adults that we knew. My brother and sister crossed the border hidden in the water tank reservoir of a steam engine. And then we were waiting for our mother, but she never made it. She herself was also arrested at this demarcation line, and we never saw her again. Well, she was arrested and then killed. My father survived Auschwitz. Somehow I found out my father was still alive, and France was being liberated little by little. I went to this little village on the bus, and I came back, and my sister was waiting for me at the bus station, all dressed up, and I couldn't figure out what she's doing, all dressed up, and didn't tell me anything. And I arrived home, and my father was there, and that was the happiest day of my life. That's what the war did to us. Yeah. The last person to see my mother alive now has Alzheimer's. And I can't even visit with her anymore because she doesn't remember anything. Yeah, I still look for her, as I've said before, in pictures of, when they show pictures of people liberated from camps, or when they show pictures in camps, I look for her face. It's just, I've been not very frank about admitting being Jewish to people who don't know that I'm Jewish.
Why?
And because of this fear of discrimination. You always see people around you have family celebrations and so on. We've had such a small family, and I don't feel I've had a normal life because of that, because of the war. I don't have really close friends at all. War is hell. The war just ruins people's lives. And children always pay for what the adults do.